Hello, my name is Jacob Weber. I'm going to be talking about the mechanisms that drive genetic algorithms forward and how they evolve to find an optimal solution to a problem. So, to start with a little bit of a definition, a genetic algorithm is a process that aims to optimize a solution to a problem by mirroring evolutionary processes, most notably natural selection, but also genetic crossover and mutation. It is worth investigating because by understanding the mechanisms that drive for this algorithm, we get better insight into where we can apply it and its strengths and weaknesses and such. So, to start with, the the main inspiration behind it, of course, was nature and the biology. So, natural selection, that's the theory that the strongest of a population will survive to reproduce while the weakest die out before it being able to reproduce. And the metric to describe that is fitness. So an individual with higher fitness is more likely to be able to have offspring before dying, while a individual with lower fitness is more likely to die before reproducing. So this creates a situation where the best genes are narrowed down in the pool, but we have to find new ways to introduce diversity to it, and this comes in through crossover and recombination. First, which is a way to maintain the integrity of what was of the strongest, what was successful during the natural selection, but still introducing a little bit of newness to it. So it'll basically take two parents and create a unique child that is distinct from either parent, and that of course maintains the integrity. And the next way is mutation, which is completely random, or in most cases there's different ways to mutate, but in most cases completely random, and it's very rare for each individual trait to be mutated, but as a collective, as the entire pool, there are tons of mutations going on all the time across generations. And as this gets passed down, the positive mutations are likely to stay and be passed down to generations, and the ones that lower an individual's fitness are more likely to die out before having the chance to reproduce to the next. So, of course, the main point is how the algorithm implements this, and we have to start off by defining an environment, and then after that we create an initial population of test solutions. So after the test solutions are created, you evaluate each of their fitness, and the strongest of those, the ones with the highest fitness, are selected as parents, while the weakest die off. The parents create new offspring, and as they create offspring, you use crossover and mutation to generate them, to introduce a little bit of diversity, and then those offspring go on to be the parents of the next generation, and those parents have their fitness evaluated, and the cycle continues. So this cycle continues until a terminating condition is reached. So there's a lot of different terminating conditions. Some of them include, sorry about that, reaching a certain number of generations, such as like go on for 100 generations and then stop. Some of this is you could terminate after a certain amount of time passes, after a minimum goal is reached, or after a certain population plateaus. In other words, a optimal-ish solution is reached, and no optimal solutions are being found that are better than the proposed one for a certain period of time. So these have been really good at solving problems where deterministic algorithms are too expensive. So, for example, if the knapsack problem it's good at solving, and there's plenty of others, traveling salesman, but by understanding the genetic algorithm and its strengths and weaknesses, we're able to apply it to the future and hopefully use it in our technology. Thank you for listening. Bye.